Hey guys, techmadeezy, and thank you so much for clicking on our video today. Well, as you can see, I've got the River, which I call the OG, and the River 2. Now, I will tell you up front, the River 2 doesn't replace the River. Kind of confusing, doesn't it? Look, the River's got some nice changes. I'm not going to call them upgrades, but it actually has some nice changes that are very different to the River. They made this machine for a specific reason, and I'm going to explain it in this video. I'm also going to go over every detail between both of these models so you understand where they stand. And if you still want to get a River, then go ahead and get it. I will tell you now, I'm not sure how much longer this is going to be around. Okay? But again, the River 2 doesn't replace the River. But let's get into this video, and I'll explain what I'm going to cover. Let's get this party started. Hi, this is Al from techmadeezy with a really quick message. The video you're about to watch is sponsored. We received this product from the vendor. But keep in mind, we will be very honest with you as we review the product. That is very important to us. If you like our video, I sure hope you give us a thumbs up. I hope you share our video. And last, I really hope you subscribe and become a part of the family. Thank you. So I'm going to pull up a screen so you know what we're going to be covering in this video. So let me pull that up now. And here you go. So I'm going to go over basic expectations on the new River 2, just so you understand where it fits. The cost differences, which model is more powerful, the battery types, the advantages and disadvantages, which will last longer running devices and appliances, which battery will last longer throughout its lifetime? Is solar charging the same on both units? The weight differences, the warranty differences, and what do you get with each of them? So let's check it out. So let's talk a little bit about the River 2 and just some expectations, so you understand where this really fits, in the power stations that they've come out with, right? So the River 2, as I said before, is really not a replacement for the River 1. I know that's kind of confusing because when you're like River 2, you'd think, yeah, this is a replacement, but it's really not. As I go through this video, you're going to find that these are very different machines, first of all. Look, the River 2 is way more portable. It's about 4 pounds lighter, just so you'll know. So it's really super portable, and it still has some really good power. It's great for outdoors. Trips, providing power for the kids in the back seat, power when you go camping, lights, devices. So this will do a nice job in those cases. The other thing that's really amazing is it has a new battery we're going to talk about that will last for years and years, especially compared to the River. All right. The price is also about 40% less than the River. So you're getting it cheaper, you're getting it lighter, and the battery will last a whole lot longer. So let's go ahead and dig in to a detailed comparison that I'm pretty sure will help you even more. Let's go over some basics now. So let's start off with cost. This is about a little over $400 right now on Amazon. It's about the end of October. This is $299 with a $60 coupon, so it comes out to about $239. As you can see, the price is pretty different. Let's talk about power now. This is a 600 watt inverter, right? So it actually can surge to 1200 watts. And X-Boost, when you have that on in the app, can handle up to 1800 watts with certain types of electronics. This here has a 300 watt inverter that surges to 600 watts, and then the X-Boost really takes you to about the 600 watts, so no big difference there. But again, difference in power, difference in price. They're both pure sine wave inverters. That's really important. When you're going to be buying a power station, I'm pretty sure you're going to want a pure sine wave inverter, because if you're connecting a CPAP to this, a newer TV, audio visual devices, you're going to want a pure sine wave inverter. And EcoFlow across the board offers you that, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and talk about battery type now. So this is a lithium-ion NCM battery. This is a lithium iron phosphate, which people are now using LFP. So that's kind of helpful. All right. So very different batteries. Now, why are they very different? Because this here has 500 life cycles, and then it goes to 80%. This here has 3,000 life cycles, and then it goes to 80%. Now, what's a life cycle? You take this, you charge it to 100%, and you drain it to 0. That's one life cycle. You've got 2,999 left. Again, 500, 3,000. Big difference. But don't forget, after you use the 500 or the 3,000, you still have 80% plus left. So it's not like it's done. So that's a big difference there. Now, let's talk about battery capacity. So this is a 288 watt hour battery, and this is a 256 watt hour battery. So just slightly larger here. All right. Now, another huge difference when we talk about batteries, right? Because the bigger the battery, the longer it will last. The more powerful the unit, the more it can handle, right? 300 here, 600 here. And that's a big difference to some people. Let me show you one other thing you get with this that you don't get with this. So check that out. This is an expansion battery that actually goes on the bottom of that unit. You can buy it separately. And you know what this does? It doubles the capacity of the battery to 576 watt hours. Nice option to have. And later on, we're going to go over runtime examples so you can actually see, how long things will run on this machine versus how long things will run on this machine. Again, when you're looking at power stations, it's one, does the power station supply enough power, right? Can I run a refrigerator? Can I run a TV? That's power. The other side is, does it have a large enough battery? Take a moment and think about if you've ever had an iPhone and you had like an older iPhone and now you have a newer one, and maybe let's just say you have an iPhone 12 Pro Max. That battery is so much bigger and better than an 11. So let's say you have an iPhone 11 versus an iPhone 12 Pro Max. Big difference. You can use your phone for a whole lot longer. So let's continue on and I'll give you more details. So let's continue on. I'm going to go over how fast do these charge, because that's another difference. Now, the battery size, don't forget, on this one is 288 watt hours, and this is 256 watt hours. Not a big difference, but this one here does charge faster. The River takes 96 minutes to charge from 0 to 100. The River 2, although a slight bit smaller battery, takes 60 minutes to charge from 0 to 100. So that's a really nice update. Now, let's also talk a little bit about solar. So the River can handle 200 watts of solar. The River 2 can only handle 110 watts. And again, this is a different machine, right? So just keep that in mind. Now we're going to go ahead and go over the ports. Let's now go over the outlets and the ports and just kind of compare them, right? So let's start with the River. We've got a USB Type-C 100 watt, so that's really nice. 2 USB Type-A, and then 1 Type-A quick charge. We've got car charge outlet. We've got 2 DC 5521 barrel plugs. Now, if we go over to the outlets here, we've got 3 outlets. Again, these are 600 watt outlets, right? So we've got 3 of those. All right, so there you go as far as the River. Now let's take a look at the River 2. So you do have your car charge right there, but it doesn't have the cover. That's a difference. It's got 2 USB type A, so these are regular, they're not quick charge. You've got a USB type C. Now this is a 60 watt, but one of the things that's nice about this is it doesn't just supply power. You can actually charge the river using this as well. So it's an in and an out. That's something that the river doesn't have. You've got two AC outlets. Again, these are 300 watt, and that's really it. So that is a close look at the ports and the outlets. Now let me cover a couple more things. So as you can see, the river does have an LED light. It also has SOS. So you're not getting that on the River 2. The River 2's got Bluetooth and it's got Wi-Fi. The River only has Wi-Fi, and you actually connect to the app via Wi-Fi. So for those that don't want to use Wi-Fi or don't have Wi-Fi, you can Wi-Fi direct to your smartphone, or you can use Bluetooth to do firmware updates on this unit. So pretty cool there. But let's look at the design for a minute. So let's look at the handle on the River for a moment. So as you can see, this is, a nice handle. It's pretty sturdy. So you get a handle here. If you go to the left side, you've got your access panel. So you're going to have, obviously, where your AC cord goes in, your reset, and you have your XT60 for your solar and your car charging. And then your ventilation and stuff, right, on both sides. All right, so that's how that works there. Pretty simple. And on the bottom, you do have rubber, as you can see here. So it's going to protect the table or wherever you're putting it, and also prevent it from sliding a little bit. And if you notice, there are some screw holes, because that's how you actually add the expansion battery on that. Now, if we go over to the River 2, you can see here you got a flat top, and that could be beneficial for certain people, which is nice. If you go to the left side, you've got just a simple design. On the right side, same thing. And we go to the back, and again you'll see XT60. You've got your AC cord goes here. You've got your fan, which is nice. You've got a nice handle, right? So you can grab this and take it with you. It's 7.7 pounds, pretty easy. You also have rubber on the bottom as well. So again, protect your surfaces and also limit any type of movement. And that is that. I dimmed the lights real quick because I wanted to also show you that, you do get a smaller screen here. You do get a bigger screen here. So, you can see the difference. It still does a job. It's still very clear. I must say they continue to really keep this wonderful screen. All right, there you get a little blue ring. Here I haven't seen any color on it, but it really doesn't matter. So that's your screens. So let's go over a few more things. Now I'm going to start off with weight. This is 11 pounds. This is 7.7 pounds. So you're almost 30% lighter there. And again, different machine, right? What about warranty? Big difference. 2 years, 5 years. Now, that's got the lithium iron phosphate battery, right? That's got to be a part reason why they extended the warranty the way they did. All right. Now, let's go over what's included, by the way. So, again, look at the price point on this, right? They made it very aggressive, $239 right now with the coupon on Amazon. You get your AC plug, obviously, right? And that means that there's no brick, right? They continue to have the AC adapter built in, and all you need to do is plug this in. So I love that. You do get a car charger as well, and you do get manual, okay? Now, the River, you get the AC adapter, you get the car charger, you do get the solar cable with the River, and you also get the DC barrel plug. So solar cable is sold separately with the River 2. So the next thing I want to go over is how long can you run devices, appliances with this guy? And how can you also run those with this guy, but also with the extended battery, right? So let's bring up a slide and go over estimated run times and even charging examples for smartphones. Let me bring that up. All right, so the slide is up, and let's go ahead and go over some estimated run times. So on the left side, we've got an LED light, a 40-watt fan, and then we've got two smartphones. I've chose an iPhone and I chose a Samsung device. Now, as we look towards the middle, you'll see the River has a 288 watt-hour battery. That's the size of the battery. The River with the battery, obviously the expansion battery, is 576 watt-hours. And then the River 2 has a 256 watt-hour battery. So let's go over some of these examples. So I've got a 10-watt LED light estimated to run about 28 hours. That's amazing. But again, that's just a light. Now, if you've got the River with the expansion battery, you can get 56 hours. And then if you have the River 2, an estimated 25 hours. Now let's look at a fan. So if I got a 40-watt fan, how long will it run on the River? Well, it'll run an estimated 7 hours. Now if I have the River with the expansion battery, up to 14 hours. And if I have the River 2, about 6 hours. Now you'll notice I didn't put coffee makers, I didn't put refrigerators, I didn't put TVs. Look, these are smaller units. They're not really made to run those things. I mean, don't get me wrong, the River's got, a 600-watt inverter, so it could do it, but, not for long. But let's go ahead and look at the smartphone examples. Now, I chose an iPhone 12 and a Samsung S21 as an example. So let's start off with the iPhone 12. That is a 2,815 milliamp battery, which ends up being about 25 watt hours. So I can run an iPhone 12 on the River, and charge the iPhone 12 on the River about 12 times. Now, if I have the River with the extra battery, it doubles to 24 times. The River 2 would charge an iPhone 12 about 10 times. Now, if we look at the Samsung S21, that's got a 4,000 milliamp battery, which is about 36 watt hours. So the River can charge the Samsung S21 about 11 times, the River with the extra battery about 22 times, and the River 2 can charge the S21 about 7 times. I hope some of these examples are helpful for you. By the way, if you want to check out our more detailed review of the River 2, go ahead and click the link in the upper right-hand corner. And if you don't see that, go to the video description. We'll put the link there also. All right, guys. So I really hope you found this simple video helpful in some way. It's good to see them both next to each other. It's good to really understand where this fits, right? And where the differences are. Again, this will be around for a little while longer. I don't know how much longer, but this is definitely the brand new, 2022 model, right? Towards the end of the year. But again, I hope the information was helpful. If it was, give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. By the way, if you're not a subscriber, take a moment and subscribe. We'd love to have you in the family, by the way. And share our video with your friends, your family, in your chat rooms if you'd like. And if you want to follow us, we're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So follow us, hang out with us, comment. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Hey guys, take a moment and give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. As you can see, Brooklyn, she's waving her tail for you. Take a moment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and you'll get notified of new videos we come out with. Also, follow us and contact us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.